Yes, we finally made it to Friday. A lot of folks are feeling this way. We have plenty of fun things that we're highlighting in today's show. Starting with, as always on a Friday, What to Watch with Dale.
Our favorite segment. Joining us live is our favorite film critic, Dale Pollack. Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
Good morning, Brian, Jackie, and Audrey. Great to be with you.
Good morning, Dale. So please tell us, what did you think of Mufasa the Lion King? It's out now in theaters. Did you like it?
Yes, I liked it. You know, it's the 30th anniversary. They timed it that way from the release of the original Lion King film. And this is now the fourth Lion King film, and it begins to feel a little familiar. This is the origin story for really the relationship between Mufasa and Scar, which figures prominently in the later films. But you really got to ask, did we really need this kind of super photorealistic animation style to tell a story that we pretty much know almost every beat of? Now, what was interesting, they picked a very unusual director, Barry Jenkins, who did Moonlight, to direct this film. He didn't bring anything special to it that I could see. There are some great sequences, especially a flood sequence at the beginning of the film, which is really incredibly animated, but then they do it again. So you know, you don't get that much that feels really original in this film. A great voice cast, all the voices are good. The humor does not work as well as it did in the earlier Lion King. Seth Rogen's trying really hard, doesn't really succeed. And I just found this version did not have the emotional impact that the original Lion King film had. It really had a punch to it. This just kind of sits there. It's not bad. The family will enjoy it. Thank God it's only 2 hours, so it's substantially shorter than the other family films this Christmas. And you won't be disappointed, but I don't think you'll be thrilled either. It's a good film. It's not a great film.
Okay, so what's your popcorn rating?
3 popcorns.
3.
Worth
Okay.
seeing, but don't have your expectations too high or they will be disappointed.
I have to say the photorealism is a little stunning,
Yeah,
but
it is.
it looks different, but it kind of throws me off a little bit at the
I
same
know,
time.
you look a little too closely at it.
Yeah.
You're like, something's off here.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
all right. Next up, the Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. What did you think?
I think it's one of the best films of the year. It's definitely on my 10 best list. And you know, this is not the first Bob Dylan film. There was a documentary made about him in the 60s. And then in 2007, there was a very weird film called I'm Not There, where 4 different actors, including a woman, played Bob Dylan. This is much more of a traditional biopic. James Mangold directed this. He directed the Johnny Cash biopic. But what really stands out in this film is Timothée Chalamet. He recreates Bob Dylan. It is one of the best performances I've seen this year. It's one of the best in his career. He doesn't imitate Dylan as much as he inhabits him. And you really feel you are watching the real Bob Dylan when you are watching Timothée Chalamet. You know, it doesn't really fill in what makes him tick. It's mostly about his relationship with 2 women and then his rise to fame and stardom. And the film climaxes when he plays a rock set at the Newport Folk Festival and really outrages the whole music world. Edward Norton is terrific in support, playing Pete Seeger. Monica Barbaro, an actress I was unfamiliar with, plays Joan Baez very effectively, and their romance is one of the more interesting parts of this film. But honestly, this worked on every level for me. It was entertaining. It was somewhat suspenseful. The performances are rich and varied. And I'm giving this 4 popcorns. It's absolutely one of the best films I've seen this year. One of the best musical biopics I've ever seen.
Wow.
That's great.
Okay.
Wow.
Dale,
I really responded.
we got to ask how you got to see this when it's not out in theaters
yeah.
yet.
Well, I'm a member of the Motion Picture Academy, and there is a screening channel for us so that we can see every film that's up for consideration. So I did get an advanced jump on this, and it's worth going out for to see this film on a big screen, I would say. because
Okay.
its impact will be even greater.
Okay. Yeah, with the music around you. and
Yes,
everything,
I
so.
bet that's so good.
Wow.
Had to give you a special shout out
Yes.
for your ability.
And Dale Pollock revealing industry secrets too on top
Yeah.
of that as well. You gotta love that. All right, our third film today is called Nickel Boys. It is streaming on multiple platforms. What did you think?
I was really looking forward to this because the novel by Colson Whitehead won the Pulitzer Prize. It's one of his best books. He's a terrific writer. But this is a real art film, and it was based on a really event-filled book. So it's a strange mix of styles in this. You know, two African-American young men are sent to a reform school that is really a hellish place. And boys are beaten, and some of them are murdered. The bodies are buried in secret, and the violence is pervasive. But the problem with this film for me is it's so nonlinear. It jumps around in time and place so often. I was often confused. Where was I? Who was I watching? Why was I watching them? All the performances are good. The film has a director, Ramel Ross, who is a former cinematographer, and that's why it looks so great. But dramatically, it just didn't affect or move me, and not even close to the way the book did. So it's rare when I'll say that a book is better than the movie, but that's the case in Nickel Boys. It was a film I was really looking forward to, and was a little disappointed in the end because I didn't feel it fulfilled the potential of the great story that was in the book.
Dale, everybody says the book is better than the movie, except for
Dale, I was
you.
gonna
You're the
say.
only one who does not.
I know.
So what was your popcorn rating on this, Dale?
3 popcorns. It's very well done, very professional, very well acted. Just didn't have the emotional punch that I was hoping for.
I like that you still will give it 3 though, just out of respect for
All the work that
what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
a job well done.
Last
Yeah.
up, we have 4 this week. So tell us, what do you think of Blitz? It's on Apple TV Plus and Prime Video.
Yeah, this has been sailing under the radar. When I finally caught up with it, it's one of the best wartime movies that I've ever seen. It's not a series, it's a film. It really communicates the sense of helplessness that the population of London had during World War II when the German Air Force did what's called the Blitz, raining hundreds of bombs on London every night for months. And you are inside that world. Saoirse Ronan, who was terrific, plays the mother of a young biracial boy, played by young Harris Dickinson. He is terrific. His face is so expressive. You know, if you have a kid at the center of the movie, he better be able to deliver, and this kid does in spades. And the film of his adventure, he sent out like a lot of children from England, from the cities, to be in the countryside. He jumps off the train to make his way back home, and that's the film. The story is his journey back to his mother. It's really a powerful pull. The performances are terrific. The realism of the setting is unbelievable. I mean, I read a whole story about how this film was designed, and it's incredible. So this is, again, a film that I don't think has gotten the attention it deserves. Steve McQueen did 12 Years a Slave. He's a terrific director. He really understands how to use the medium. And if you want to have any idea of what it was like to live during a war, Blitz really shows you the reality. And this is such a super realistic film, and yet fictional in the best sense of the word. So this is another film that'll make my top 10. And I was sorry that I waited this long to see it. It's been on Prime for about a month now. And I would say, hurry up and catch this. It's definitely worth watching.
I assume 4 popcorns on this, Dale?
Or popcorn. Yeah.
Okay, what a great rundown from you this morning. Thank you for those titles. Now we know what to watch.
Yes.
Here they are on your screen as well. Have a great weekend, Dale. Mufasa, The Lion King, out in theaters. The Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. Nickel Boys film streaming on multiple platforms, and Blitz on Apple TV Plus and Prime.
And if you enjoy Dale's recommendations, you can find them in 2 ways: by checking out the WXII YouTube playlist Movies in Review, or head to his website, Dale M. Pollock.